can answer the question, Judge. You can't handle the truth.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Rubs the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again.
Welcome to After Hours AM, The Criminal Code, with your hosts, Joel Sturgis, Eric Olson, and Dr. Clarissa Cole.
And good evening, and welcome to this edition of the After Hours AM, The Criminal Code. And we are back after our Thanksgiving break. Hopefully each and every one of you had a wonderful Thanksgiving, filled with turkey or what have you, whatever you like to eat. How was your guys' Thanksgiving? Was it great?
Wonderful. We went down to my older daughter's. We got to hang out with her, and some of her husband's family came, his sister and her kids, and we got to play with their 1.5-year-old and their 5-week-old.
Wow. Man, Eric, sounds like a lot of fun. Clarissa, how about you?
It was good. It was quick. I went back to Wisconsin just for Thanksgiving Day and flew back the very next day.
Wow.
But it was good.
I was going to ask, were you able to just take a turkey and put it on your back porch right next to the fire and all?
No kidding. I swear. No, luckily it's been getting better. And we've had some rain and stuff, so it's been getting better here. It was nice to escape and breathe some clean air for a little bit, though.
Is it under control now?
It is. The fire is supposedly 100% contained. It's not going to go out for a while, but it's 100% contained. The rain is making it more difficult for recovery efforts, though.
Okay.
That's the only.
Okay. Well, I was going to say it kind of fell off the national radar. I haven't heard anything about it in quite some time. You know how that is. Once rain comes, well, that's it. We don't have to report on it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. FEMA never did show up, and there are still 50,000 or so displaced people.
Oh. So. It's horrible. Yeah. Horrible.
It is really bad.
That's a city has to be moved.
Correct. And a lot of them are living in tents in parking lots. And now that it's raining, you've got an inch of standing water everywhere, and you've got 65, 70-year-old people living in tent cities in parking lots. I mean, it's a real disaster. But, now that Trump has come and gone, who cares?
Did he show up and he said, you guys will be fine, and kind of gave you the rah-rah speech and then left?
He didn't even do that. Oh. I almost wish. No, he showed up and said that we needed to rake more.
Oh, rake more.
like they do in Finland. So
they do in Finland. Yeah, we have to rake the florist floor. Yeah.
Because everyone in Finland does that. I immediately Skyped with my son and daughter-in-law in Finland and asked them, is that something that people do? No one is raking the forest.
What?
Of course nobody's raking the forest. I mean,
raking the forest.
His big prevention tip is rake more. What?
Yes.
Make
America rake again.
Well, this would have been so much less bad if we had forest management. And what would that constitute? Raking the forest.
He doesn't really strike me as someone that's ever really done manual labor.
I don't think he's ever held a rake.
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably seen a rake from a distance.
Yeah, I was going to say, why? He's a gardener now?
No. And I mean, when he said that, people were like, wait, what?
I would have said I would have told him it starts with an F. and it ends with a U.
Yeah, he said what did he say? He said that the president of Finland told him that that's how they take care of their forests and why they don't have forest fire problems. And then the president of Finland, or whoever the corollary of that would be, forgive me, I do not know all world politics, came out and said, yeah, we did talk about forest fires, but no, I didn't say that.
Okay, I'm not going to call the man a liar, but I'm going to say that was never said.
Let's just say that the president of Finland does not remember it. No.
To the best of his recollection.
To the best of his recollection, he never said anything about raking the forest, and furthermore, says they don't do that there.
Well, there you go.
Or anywhere else where there are sentient humans.
Yeah, so that's what he did. He came out here, told us we needed to rake the forest more, and then left. And that was it. Yeah.
This forest fire fighting tip brought to you by Ace Hardware. Get down there, buy your rakes, people.
I know. I'm like, what is he talking about? It was just absolutely insane. And like everybody wanted him to leave, you know.
Just get out of here. Leave us alone.
Just leave. Yeah, so it's been just
go back to your red Christmas trees.
Oh my! Did you see that? Those are so creepy.
What? I did not see that.
Creepier than last year. No, tell him, Eric. It's awful.
All right. So the this year's White House Christmas decoration has been revealed. It was revealed in a video, like I don't know, a minute or less video on Twitter, I believe. The whole family uses Twitter, it would appear, because that's Melania's territory. Uh-huh. And what the essence of it, it's that hallway again. Remember, you walk down that long hallway. Last year, weren't they all white?
Yes, with uplight. So it was very skeletal looking.
Yes, exactly. Well, this year, every single tree is a very bloody red.
Oh,
and they're not even trees. It's like they're made of berries or something. They're not trees. There aren't needles.
Tree-shaped items.
Yeah, tree-shaped. I call them blood clots.
Wow.
They're vampire-ish. A lot of people thought it looked like The Shining, and I had a tweet with the twins at the end of the hallway. There, I mean, there was
oh my good Lord! I'm looking at these.
A lot of social media response.
I am looking at these god awful trees that they have. Oh my good Lord, they are ugly.
And the lighting, like the lighting that they have in that hallway, you know, for the video, it was very interesting to me because at least last year with the uplighting on the white trees, it at least looked sort of artistic. And this year, I'm like, it looks like an open garage door. That's what it looks like. That's how good the lighting is in this hallway. I don't know what's happening.
Open garage door. I like that.
Yeah, that's what it looks like. It's kind of dim and dingy looking. Like, how does the White House look dingy?
They need to maybe get rid of that interior decorator that said, "You don't look really good in here. Blood red trees."
Yeah, people were sharing stuff all over social media, and it's like, I can't blame them. I mean, at first I thought, okay, it's a bunch of hoopla over nothing, you know, people just wanting to hate on her. Sure. And then I clicked on it, and I'm like, oh, good God.
Well, you know, I've been a little bit out of the loop lately, and anyone that knows me on social media, I suppose I'll just address this because I know the emails have kind of come in. I have anxiety, guys. I do, and a lot of people do have anxiety. And I'm not alone, far from it. Some got it worse, some got it better. But it would have been a little while back, I had a panic attack. Never had one before. I thought I was having a heart attack. So I did not have a heart attack. I thought I did. But thank God, my wife actually called the ambulance. They hauled me away. I thought for sure I was dying, but I actually have horrible anxiety, a general anxiety. So I just want to get that out there. So anyone that's suffering with it, it's nothing to be ashamed of. It happens to the best of us. And, you know, you hear us on the radio and you never expect us to have anxiety. Like, you guys are the last people in the world that should have anxiety. We fall prey to it too. You know, we just do. I mean, we're only human beings just like you are. And it's a tough thing. It's a real hard thing. But I am on the mend. I'm getting better. But it's also opened my eyes to the disorder even more. To recognize the cues in myself when I'm having an issue, when my anxiety is peaking. And that's something I'm going to work on to get a better handle on. And a lot of people, believe it or not, through social media reached out saying, I got the same thing. I have a lot of anxiety, and I don't know why. Well, we don't always know why, and that's why it's a disorder. We can make order out of it. It won't be disorder anymore. And it doesn't make you any weaker for having anxiety. Clarissa, you mentioned yourself on this show that you've had anxiety. Eric, you've had anxiety. Everybody
absolutely
has had it.
I guess was more targeted. Mine was pretty much in conjunction with the deterioration of my parents' health, and I had a sudden realization. This is a few years ago when this all began. My dad had a heart attack. A couple months later, my mother had a stroke. This was in 2015. And all of a sudden it occurred to me, I mean, you would think I would have known this, but it dawned on me. I guess it went from intellectually knowing it to having it really sink into my soul that my parents were not going to live forever.
Yeah.
And it really hit me hard. I had a couple episodes. I had one kind of a fainting spell. I had another where I almost passed out. And same as you, was wondering what the hell was going on. My wife was really freaked out. She thought I was having a stroke or something. And even called 911 the one time when I really did actually faint. And they came, and by then I was coming around and it was okay. But the bottom line is it's very serious and it has to be addressed. I think the reason I have not had any actual episodes since is I've been in therapy. I've been going to counseling on a weekly basis now for over a year, and it's helped me a lot. It really has. Just to have someone to talk to, a third party, just to have someone who's not in the family, who has nothing to gain or lose. An interested third party it's really helped me a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I've been thinking about taking that same avenue, by the way, Eric.
And I think what people need to recognize out there is that, anxiety, even though it's a mental health issue, right? Anxiety can have a lot of very real physical effects, like your chest can hurt and feel like there's a lot of pressure. You can lose consciousness. I always know that I'm getting a really bad anxiety, like probably an anxiety attack, a panic attack, when my fingers start to tingle.
Sure.
And I feel like I'm going to pass out a little bit, like the tunnel vision. That happens to people with anxiety. Just know that is very, very normal, and you're not alone. And there are definitely things you can do. Like long ago, the first time I ever had a panic attack, I was 15 years old. Yay! And what a nurse did, because they took me in, they didn't know what was happening. What she did, which helped me a lot, was she held up. I'm talking about an old-timey watch that you can hear ticking. Do you remember those?
I do.
Oh, yeah.
I swear to God, people don't have them anymore. But if you have a watch or a clock that you can hear ticking off the seconds, not seeing it, but hear it, if you hold that up to your ear, like right next to your ear, so it's like ticking on your ear, and you sync your breath in for 5 seconds, out for 5 seconds, and that's all you focus on is the ticking of that clock, it will help you slow down. I never forgot that, and it really does work because you can feel it ticking even if you can't hear it, like your hearing's starting to get weird, and you can just feel it. Try 7 seconds if you can get that slow, but just make sure all you think about is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and once you slow your breathing down, the panic attack should also stop.
Good to know. Good tip right there. Really good tip.
Quick, easy thing that you can do even when you're by yourself.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing. Those little tricks and tips, rather. I almost said ticks because it's a tick.
It's a ticking to a clock. Yeah.
It is.
I have a really good one that ticks really loud, and it's nice. It helps.
I kind of had to wrap my mind around it. That's why I was kind of stepped away from social media and stuff so much, as I was just trying to wrap my own mind around what was going on in my own head.
It feels like a heart attack. It can be like a seizure. It can be like a stroke. I mean, this is all from just anxiety. It's crazy how it can take over your whole body.
And lately, to be honest, I've been fighting some depression. I mean, because that comes with it. They go hand in hand. So I did seek some help and on the mend, and I'm going to further get help. But again, anyone out there that might be suffering from anxiety, you're definitely not alone. You're far from alone. Really, quite honestly. So just want to throw that in there, guys, because I know there'd been some talk amongst the listeners, ask if I am okay. I absolutely am okay, and I'm only going to get better. I have a great support system with my family and plus the listeners that chimed in, curious how I was doing. So there it is in a nutshell. Okay, moving on.
Yay!
I'm very glad you're doing okay.
So